this nut of a man. Lemaire bag. Because the sun is evil. Do you get it? Hello, it's your boy, Nate. I read books because reading is sexy, and if you're not reading, you're not sexy. Here to do an April faves. Honestly, I love favorite videos. I think we have obsessions. What is life without obsession? And it's fun. It's fun to know what people are currently obsessed with. So yes, I've gathered a few things, objects, little details of my life of April that I've enjoyed, and I'm here to share them. Okay, but before we begin, I want to say that sort of my summer, like late spring summer ethos is tiny bag, big paperback, and white t-shirts. I'm still looking for like a perfect pair of like a light wash denim. And that's just my entire personality. Oh yeah, sparkling water and like cold brew. That's my personality. And raves, of course, dancing, like how can you not? But there's nothing more wonderful than showing up to brunch late. Okay, that's probably not wonderful. But in my vision, in my mind, if someone comes to brunch late with a tiny bag and a big fat paperback and like slams it on the table and says, "Oh, sorry, I'm late," I don't know. I don't care. I want to look at the book and be like, "Oh, that's fine. I don't mind if you're late, but what are you reading?" And also using the big fat paperback as like a visor, you know, to protect yourself from the sun, because the sun is evil. But yeah, here, I have a sample. Okay, I know this isn't paperback. We have Glamorama by Bret Easton Ellis, but it's the biggest book I've got, so I want to use it as an example. But the sun, do you see that? Okay, my next biggest paperback is Blueberries, but it's not that big, but like that, yeah. Yeah, and tiny bag. Imagine that. Little tiny bag. Do you get it? Do you like that? I love it. Anyway, that's what we're gonna go for summer. Cold brew. Okay, now that's out of the way. Oh yes, I wanted to do a quick ins and outs. What are some ins and outs for the season? Sending your friends pictures of sunrises and sunsets. Tin fish, love good tin fish. Thick paperback, I've said that. Short story collections, perhaps a play. Essays, I mean, what could be sexier than that? Showing up to brunch late with a short story collection. I just feel like that's a better discussion to be had than like, how are you doing these days? I don't care. Like, tell me about the short stories. Okay. Offering your friends mints, sending your friends your Letterboxd and Goodreads reviews if they ask how was like this book or how was this movie, because I'm just like, I already talked about it in my review. You can take a look at that. And sparkling water. Love me some sparkling water. Okay, outs, gum. I'm just, after you chew it, where does it go? And then you have to search for a trash can. Also, that's probably a big me thing, because there aren't a ton of trash cans in Korea, so it's like, once you're done with the gum, you can't put it anywhere. And I'm not that awful person that litters. Like, I can't put my gum on the ground. That's just, I don't know. I would feel awful if I did that. Saying it's good, it's bad, I don't know. We live in 2023. Language is ever changing. Why do we have to reduce ourselves to this binary, it's good, it's bad? I think we need to be more expressive with our words, and that is why you should be reading, because if you read, you have a stronger and better vocabulary to talk about things. Pajamas, sweats, Crocs outside. There's this big, in my head, it's just lazy. In Korea, there's this big trend among the Hongdae boys and girlies where they wear sweats, Air Force Ones, and Crocs sometimes. And I'm just like, no, I'm done. Why? Like, you could look 10 times better than having to wear that. Unless you're taking out the trash, because otherwise there's no point. Stay home. Stay home. If you're gonna wear that, stay home. Saying, how are you doing? No more of that. If you're going to ask how I'm doing, instead of asking me about, you know, my essay collection, ask, how are you feeling? Because I'd rather hear that than how are you doing? Because you know what? If you ask someone, how are you doing? 80% of the time, people are gonna respond with, you know what? I'm fine. I'm good. I'm okay. Again, why do we have to reduce ourselves to those single words? And though it might be easier to express those things, I don't know. I think we should be having better, stronger, heartier conversations. And if you're meeting them for brunch, you got the time. Like, I understand if you're like at the grocery store and someone asks you that, it's like, okay, fine. Reduce yourself to the simple, good, bad, okay, fine. But if you're with your friends, let's be honest. Let's throw it out on the table. Be honest with your friends. That's it. Last but not least, what's out is leaving people on red. Like, if you're gonna leave them on red, but you want to read the message, just wait. Just wait. Save yourself the tiny little present when you've got the time and you can respond properly. You're in the moment. Unless it's like from an ex and they send you like, you know, a novel, then you can leave them on the red and sort of figure out what to write, you know, your sequel to that. But yes, okay, now that's out of the way, let's talk about my top 10 faves of April. First, the Paris Review. The spring edition of the Paris Review, I've been enjoying it a lot. Collection of poems, essays, interviews, images. There's this great interview with Mary Gateskill, who I'm very intrigued about, who writes short stories, and I want to pick up her collection, Bad Behavior. I also found out about Rita Dove. I've never heard of Rita Dove, but she's an African-American poet. There she is with Toni Morrison. How amazing, incredible. There's nothing more wonderful than reading the Paris Review on Sunday. And kid you not, brought it to cafe. Friend came in to meet me and they were like, oh, what are you reading? And I just felt pretentious as fuck. It was great. It was a great feeling, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, TV-wise, as much as I loved Beef was really good. I don't want to get into the whole PR stuff and all of that, because that's a lot. But Beef was good, but I also watched MTV's Downtown, a show from like the 90s with like huge Daria vibes if she did shrooms or LSD. It is so well done. It captures sort of the essence of what it means to be in your 20-something nothings while also being such a trip and being so imaginative, and how it relays stories and when characters talk about little moments from their past, and it's just so beautifully done. Sad to say, it ended after the first season, so there's only 13 episodes and they're all on YouTube. I'll link it down below, but it's fantastic. It's hilarious. I feel like Downtown could walk so that BoJack Horseman could run. There are thornier topics in BoJack Horseman where Downtown, I think for the 90s, people are still figuring stuff out and their feelings and how to express themselves. Yeah, for what it is and for its time, it's actually brilliant. And watching it now, it still holds up pretty well. So, highly recommend Downtown, MTV. Watch it. It's great. Every episode's like 20 minutes long. The art is just like wild and fantastic. Huge Daria. I wonder if it's by the same creators as Daria, but absolutely wonderful. Next on my list is Grady's Cold Brew. I was on the Emma Chamberlain little coffee sachets for a while, and those are fine, but I find that they only make a single serving while you have one of these like big bags, and each bag you can make like 3 good cups of coffee without the ice, with like strong coffee. I love the whole New Orleans style coffee. It has that hickory sweetness and smokiness, barrel flavor, while also being like a nice dark coffee that's like chocolatey, and it's just, it's beautiful. And I find that you can actually stretch the bag and make, I want to say, so if 12 divided 4, 3. So you can make 3 cups of coffee from a bag. And given that I do drink cold brews with ice, that gives you about, I want to say like 5.5, almost 6 good cups of coffee. So yes, this is a fave. I've had a really rough past 2 weeks of work, and this just saved me. So yes, Grady's cold brew. If you're a coffee head, definitely pick this up. This is empty, but I recently went to Japan, and this, oh, so delicious. The perfect jelly. Let me tell you, it is the perfect jelly. And I think in a future vlog, I go on this like 5-minute rant about why it's the perfect jelly. But I recently picked up the green apple one. So it's a nice, chewy, soft jelly with solidified jellier center. What am I trying to say? There's stuff. There's like a Gushers, but not gushy. It's solid, so it doesn't drip. It doesn't drip like a Gushers, but it's packed with a little juice inside, and sour, coated with sugar on the outside. And it comes in this little bag that's resealable, and I've already run through 4 in the past week, which is awful. I bought a shit ton, but I'm obsessed. Obsessed with this. This is like the perfect snack. Like to pop one in, you know, if I ever feel like fainting. And yeah, it's just the perfect snack. Love this so much. My favorite is the muscat flavored, the green grape one. Oh, I'll just bring them out. Hold on. So, OG fave is the green grape one. So good. It's not too sour. Like perfect amount of sweetness, perfect amount of sour. It's the perfect bite. And I also didn't know that they had this flavor, but this one is also delicious. This is the peach one. Okay, here's a picture. But like, yes, there you go. And it's so cute. It's in a heart shape. But in the center is a little bit of jelly. And it's just, so good. Oh, I love that. Delicious, delicious. God, now I'm down to 2 bags. This is awful. This one's also good. Not too sour. What I like about these is that they're not too sour. They're the perfect sweet and sour together. Love these. Okay, next on the list is this Lemaire bag. I think I talk about this bag, but in a future video. This Lemaire messenger bag. I love this bag. It's been my daily driver for the weekends. But it has a back pocket to put your goodies in. It also has a front pocket. And what I love about this bag is that it has this little pocket for your book. It's the perfect book bag. I love that. You know, if I'm not shoving my books in my big pockets, I love this. It's like a wearable pocket. Yes, I love that. And there will be footage of me there styling it or showing you. But yes, I found this on Vestiaire and it was amazing. The best cop of my life, because I went through hell trying to get it on Essence, and I believe I relay that story in a future vlog, so watch out for that. But I love this bag so much. It's a forever bag, timeless, forever with me for the rest of my life. We'll never give it up. Okay. I didn't watch many movies, and I talked about it in my April reading wrap-up, but just to give it a shout out again, because I think it's perfection, but The Last Seduction. Who does that have in it again? I forgot her name. Also, not gonna lie, people, but I miss my mini so much. Just like how it feels in the hand, it's just, it feels so good, and it's light. Right now I'm filming with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's a very good phone. It's just, it does everything that I need it to do and more, and has gotten me through so much, but it's just way too big. Like, I have issues using it one-handed and like using it in bed. This is why I don't use my phone in bed. Also, that's out. No more phones in bed. I know, and I just said I'm a hypocrite, but I'm trying. My whole thing now is that when I wake up, I try to read and just like have the mental work of, you know, piecing words together, and that being like my morning mental exercises versus like, you know, scrolling endlessly through TikTok and Instagram. But okay, I'm looking for a movie. This, I've never have dropped this on my face. iPhone 12 Pro Max though, plenty of times. Okay, her name is Linda Fiorentino. Yes, incredible. Just like an incredible woman. The OG Gone Girl, as I've said, but she has this black coat, perfect for spring, that just like glides. Whenever she runs or turns a corner, it's just gorgeous. And she has two bags, a little black, sexy going out bag and a large tote. And that's it. That's her whole identity. And that's me. That's me with a short story collection, a big fat paperback, and my tiny bag. That's me. So that's where this whole thing is channeling from. That is such a good movie. I think more people need to watch it because for the time that it came out, 1994, it's incredible. OG Gone Girl. Yeah. Okay. Next up is this little guy from Teeheehee, a Korean brand, vegan clay mask stick. So I've been traveling quite a lot, and not gonna lie, when I wake up after traveling, I look like poo-poo. But this has made me look less like poo-poo. I do this the night of the flight, and then, yeah. So it's a clay mask. I think I've shown this before, but I use this, you know, you put it on your face, let it sit for like 10, 11 minutes, and then wash it off the next day. The skin is like, also, I don't have the greatest skin right now, but the skin is like glowing. It looks healthy. You don't look tired and worn out. And it's great. I've been loving this a lot. I also brought it with me to like New York and Georgia and LA and when I was traveling, and it's gotten me through some rough times, rough mornings. So yes, Teeheehee. I don't know if it's available in America, but I'm sure you can find it. Everything ships to America for the most part. But yes, this has been a favorite. Okay, next up is the Kindle. I love me the Kindle. Like, for the most part, when I'm traveling, I will have a single book and a Kindle. And, you know, 90% of the time, I prefer a physical read. But what's nice about the Kindle is that you can read it in the dark. And I don't know, that's just big to me. That's big. When you're on a night flight or on a night bus, I don't want to be that person who turns on the overhead light, you know? I don't want to disrupt people's, you know? I want to be courteous. I want to be courteous, and I love this because you can just read in the dark. And you don't need a light for it. And also, you carry a lot of books on this little tiny device. And it's gotten me through so much. And it fits in like pretty much any great bag without much hassle. It's very light. Battery is never a problem. I've never had to be like, oh no, my Kindle's dead, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So it's great. Yeah, get a Kindle, invest. It's a good investment. Also a big Libby user. I love Libby. And I should get on Scribd, but it's just like, I don't want to pay for that, you know? When you have a service like the library. Anyway, not gonna get into it. But yes, I also find that I read faster when I'm reading on the Kindle. I don't know what it is. I think it's because of the big font. I don't know if it's like, what do you call it? A placebo thing? But because my font is so big, I just like it because sometimes I'll also like read while I'm walking, when I'm commuting, and I can just like, I can look at it from a far distance, but if it's like smaller, I have to like hold it up close. Not that it like, I can't read it, it's just a strain on the eyes, regardless. Tiny font, strain on the eyes regardless. But this is just nice. It's a great thing to have, the Kindle, yes. Okay, album-wise, the album that I listened to the most this month was Chet Baker with 50 Italian Strings, with this gorgeous sort of Jackie Gleason 50s, 60s big brass sound that's super gentle but like sweet and sweeping and just like wrought with so much feeling. It's almost way too like sugary and sweet. And with Chet Baker's voice, it's the perfect album to listen to when you're winding down, getting ready for bed, or even the morning. Every morning, religiously, every morning of this entire month, I would play it, and it just sets the tone beautifully. Other than that though, I really enjoyed the Feist album. The new Feist is super good. The new Feist album is remarkable. I love the way that she uses echoes of her own voice. The new Jessie Ware album is a lot of fun. I'm two kinds of woman. I'm Jessie Ware and Feist. I got the dancey and I got the go out into the woods and enjoy the sound of birds singing. I can do it all. But yes, the new Jessie Ware album is lots of fun, super dancey. There's a couple of bops on that and just like easy Forever 21 H&M listening, you know, just like you're doing laundry, doing dishes, put it on, doing work, you know, get the groove on. It's good stuff. Last but not least, okay, thinking about it now, this is an awful April faves video. I will do better next time. Why is this last on my list? But so I believe in monthly meals. Like every month there's this one meal that you're just like obsessed with and you eat it every single day because you just love it. You just love it. It's essentially what this is. But this is not the meal. The meal is a chicken nugget salad. I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with the chicken nugget salad. I usually have a mix of greens, bell peppers, cucumbers, some kind of nut. I don't know how to pronounce this brand. I think it's HBAF. But if you have a Korean grocery store, you've probably seen this nut of a man. He's an almond, but this one does not have any almonds. This is Sichuan peanuts and corn fries. What the hell does that mean? No, this is just corn. It's like corn nuts? Dehydrated corn is what it is. And it's great. It has a little kick to it, which I like. So yeah, it's a mix of greens, bell peppers, cucumbers with a sesame dressing. And then yeah, air fried chicken nuggets because it's just super easy. You know, 6 to 8 chicken nuggets and I'm good. That's a meal. Because you know what? It takes like 15-20 minutes to air fry them. And then thinking about it, like that's so little prep and time. But next month, hopefully, I think it's gonna be tin fish. I think I'm gonna go on a tin fish kick and also cabbage, like a stir-fried cabbage. And yeah, there are a couple of TikTok recipes. There's that cabbage lady. Does anyone know the cabbage lady? She's just like obsessed with cabbage. And all of her all of her recipes look like wonderful. But yes, okay, that's April in terms of faves. God, I will do a much better job of this next time. I'm realizing all of these are kind of underwhelming, but that's my life. It's underwhelming. There's not much going on. It looks like it, but to be honest, not much. Not much goes on here. Yeah, my life isn't. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I'll have links to these items, for the most part, below. And I hope you enjoy them as much as I did in April. Now on to the next month. But, as always, be well, do good work, keep in touch.